We live. Let's start. Let's start there. We gave people long enough to get in here. And we're gonna start this man, bro.
Sun Tzu, I think that's who said. Sun Tzu said, if you sweat more in times of peace, you will bleed less in times of war.
Say, say,
So saying that to correlate that to what we're talking about, again, it don't cost a lot to pick up 5 canned goods every time you go to the store. If you pick up 5 cans every time you go to the store, if you go every day, you got 25 cans at the end of the week.
and
Just that quick.
only 89 cents to a dollar. So
Just that quick.
yeah,
So it's not nothing that cannot be done. All this, I ain't got money. I don't have time.
facts on that.
Yep.
Facts.
Yeah, ain't no you nigga come over here playing. He know it's trust there. It's trust to be in my passenger seat. It's trust, and I ain't saying I don't know gangster shit. I'm saying that because nigga, you know I'm speeding. We got the screen in the car. I'm banging music. We got the windows down. I'm hunking at hoes. You know what I'm saying? I'm popping out like it's trust. Nigga don't do that shit to Sean because nigga know on some real shit. You getting this hoe, you really like, oh shit, I don't know who feel done got into it with, who bitch he done fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's trust. Right? I know my nigga got me. He ain't gonna put me in no fucked up position.
That's heavy. That that I chose that video for a reason. Like that clip because he was speaking real facts on that part right there. You don't want to be around nobody that you can't trust. You don't want to
Hey,
be around
man.
somebody that you can't trust. Like
No.
you
Ex,
want to be around
ex,
somebody that you at least know. Like I'm not ready to put you in nothing crazy and not put you in no messed up position. You with me, I mean we together type stuff. That's that's Theo though. Y'all go subscribe to Theo channel. He got some heat coming too.
You didn't trust I had your back. Like what I said in my video, this is my nigga. Yeah, ain't no, you nigga come over here playing, he know. It's trust there. It's trust to be in my passenger seat. It's trust, and I ain't saying I don't know gangster shit. I'm saying that because nigga, you know I'm speeding. We got the screen in the car. I'm banging music. We got the windows down. I'm hunking at hoes. You know what I'm saying? I'm popping out like it's trust. Nigga don't do that shit to Sean because nigga know on some real shit. You getting this hoe, you really like, oh shit, I don't know who feel done got into it with, who bitch he done fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's trust, right? I know my nigga got me. He ain't gonna put me in no fucked up position.
hmm.
Shout out to Theo.
Yeah, for real. Cause you got dudes out here. You done pulled a jack move. You done beat somebody out some money, and won't even tell nobody. You got your family in the car with you sometime. You got your so-called homies in the car with you sometime. You know what I'm saying? And putting them in a situation, you know what I'm saying, that could take their life. So that's very important to be around somebody, when you get in their car, you good because the person driving ain't living a life that would put you at risk.
Nah, that's fact. That's real fact. How how I sounded? My low? I sound muffled. Straight.
I can hear you. I think you'll be good long you stay by the mic.
Alright, I moved it over. This moved it over some more. Make sure. But yeah, no, that's real talk. Because like I say, you don't live the life I live, and I don't live your life, so you don't know what's going on in my everyday. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
it be that one time, you on some mingling, chilling stuff, and then next thing you know, stuff go left.
And see, that's where a person's character come into place. It come into play. If you know a person's character, then you know it's certain things they're gonna do and certain things they not gonna do. That's why in the street, if you heard something about one of your homies and you know this man character, you gonna blow that shit off because you already know what's being said don't align up with the person that you know.
Mm,
And then if you have that about the person in question, say for instance you hear something about your homie, and you like, man, I don't know. All you got to do is watch him, because character is going, again, 75% of all communication is nonverbal. So character is going to tell you whether it's true or not. And that's a large aspect of the thing we call trust. Because at the end of the day, we all got to trust somebody. You trust your mechanic when he change your tire, when he change your oil. You trust the man that put the gas in the ground for the gas station, that he's putting in real gas. So we trust all the time. You trust the person gonna stop at the red light, and you don't even know them.
mm, mm,
So
mm.
so how much more uh, uh trust should we put in those around us that we claim to love and claim, you know, our homies or whatever? But again, that trust is a two-way street. I can't trust you if your character ain't giving me the criteria in which to trust you. See, if
That
you say one thing, if you saying one thing but you doing something else, if you saying one thing and you living something else, then I can't trust you, or I can only trust you to a certain extent.
mhm.
Because again, actions speak louder than words. Old folks, that's an old saying. Actions speak louder than words. So as that relates to trust, I can only trust you if your words line up with your character, because your character is going to tell me indicate your actions, and your actions determine whether you good or bad, whether you win or lose, whether you a liar or the truth. So yeah, that was some real shit he said. Because that's again, how many people in jail right now because they got in the car with a motherfucker and they didn't know this motherfucker was on some other shit, and they didn't got pulled over, and they didn't know this motherfucker had half a bird under the seats, and then this nigga done went in there and told them people it's his shit. Come on, man, that's going on every day in every city. So
That's real talk though. Like, that's why I put Theo up there. Because like when I was listening, I watched the whole video, and that part like resonated. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, how many people would do that, put you in the messed up position? How many people don't
shit,
tell
the average,
what's
the
going on?
average,
Like,
shit, the average, and the average is always the majority. That's why you can only trust a few. See, a lot of these sayings we've been saying, now that we done got older and got wiser, we see that it was a lot of it. The saying had levels to it.
right?
Yeah, that's why in life you can only trust a few, because the average motherfucker is a motherfucker you can't trust, because they're gonna say one thing and do something else.
Yeah, we definitely. And shout out to Theo. I mean, we definitely gotta get Grump on here too. Because like you said, a lot of communication is non-verbal. So I would feel like Grump can definitely go into play on the verbal and non-verbal when we put a situation in play, like with the video that's going on that we ready to dive into. We can ask him certain questions on like body language. Like if we're out and say somebody's not giving me creep vibes, or he gonna shoot vibes or whatever, and I'm just doing what I'm doing. How can I tell? And he'll break down like the non-verbal cues and that. So shout outs to Professor Grump. He's definitely good with that. The psychological analysis and verbal and non-verbal cues. we need people like amongst us at all
Oh
times.
yeah.
Said he
Oh
can
yeah.
teach
Ex-
us how to
Especially,
go ahead.
especially in today's time, you got to understand that anytime you go in a public place, you always looking for the person who's looking at you. That's who you want to focus in on first. So when I go in a place, right, I scan real quick. I don't see nothing. I go about my business and then I'm going to scan again. Anybody I see looking at me, I'm finna hold that stare back at you because, for one, why you looking at me? I don't know if you on whatever. You understand what I'm saying? And so a lot can be read because that's how animals communicate. Animals will look at each other. Hey, there ain't nothing. Shit, he gonna burn on off. But again, a lot of us have a problem holding eye contact.
That's another thing too.
We got a problem holding eye contact. So when you get pulled over by the police, a person that's been trained to look for certain nonverbal cues, uh, when you can't look him in his eye and keep the same tonality of voice, you telling exactly is what they call it in psychology, a tale. In poker, that's what they called it. The poker face is based on, and I don't mean to jump subjects, but it go into what we talking about for us eye contact.
Nah, you
In the
speaking.
game of poker, in the game of poker, the poker face is keeping that face whether you got a good hand or a bad one, because don't nobody know what you got. And so a lot of poker players they look for tails, fidgeting in the seat, uh, certain facial expressions, body movements. Those are called tails in the game of poker. Take that same concept when the police walk up, he's looking for tails that will indicate to him that what you're saying is not what you mean.
Right.
So correlating that, eye contact is very important. Men look each other in the eye. It ain't got to be on no hostility shit. But in today's time, if you're not looking people in their eye, you might miss something that could cost you or cost others around you.
Mm. Yeah, that's real talk. That's
You know
real
what I'm
talk.
saying?
Because
You know,
like you
you
said,
go in.
a lot of the communication is brought through your eyes. You know what I'm saying? Even though like you don't have to hear nobody say anything, you can see in their actions that something ain't right.
Right, and the body movements is going to correlate. You have involuntary, what they call autonomic body responses. Like if you line, one of the autonomic body responses is a person will be saying no, but their head will be nodding up and down saying yes.
Mm,
See, if you look at certain, it's plenty of research on YouTube that shows this phenomenon where the police will ask a person, were you there at the house at 7:30? The mouth will say no, but the head is saying yes. That's involuntary because you were there, so your body is telling on you.
got you, got you. It's kind of like
Yeah.
it's kind of like um, Goku. It's kind of like Goku, Ultra Instinct.
Yep.
Like, like you familiar with Goku Ultra Instinct?
Somewhat. I used to be on that Dragon Ball shit back in the gap.
Okay, so all right, so but with the Ultra Instinct mode, right? He only can activate it when he's in like near death experience. That was when he first started. When he first started, he had to be in a near death experience. As he went on, he started perfecting it and being able to tap into the power. That's just how Goku is. But Ultra Instinct is where your body naturally takes over. So basically like, have you ever had somebody throw something at you, but you don't see it necessarily coming, but you can feel it coming your way, or you might get a glimpse out the corner of your eye. You might move at just the right time, or put your hand up at just the right time, where though you catch it. That's that's like an ultra instinct. That's like him doing ultra instinct for real.
Gotcha.
Every every time somebody goes to punch, every time somebody would go to punch, he would dodge. He would dodge at the right time, and his body was naturally doing it. It wasn't him.
Exactly.
So yeah, I mean that was me. that that was me.
Sound like an echo.
Yeah, it was that was me that did that.
Is it still there? No, it's gone now.
No,
Okay.
it shouldn't be there no more. I forgot. Remember, I was telling you my box is synced to my phone.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I gotta make sure when I do that, I do that stuff off. But yeah, Ultra Instinct is definitely real, and it actually happens to us on a regular for real. Like
Right.
this happens to us on a regular for real, and we don't even know because we're not familiar with it actually happening. So
Yeah, that body language is body language, eye contact. That's all part of situational awareness.
word.
That's all part of it. Um, Even how people position their feet when they just standing still. I look at all of it.
Right. Nah, for real. Because you could tell if a person is actually ready to move by the way their feet is aligned.
Right,
Like they teach you that in like boxing and stuff like that. Like your foot should be pointed this way at your opponent and not pointed, nowhere else. Like make sure your feet is pointed in the right position at all.
right.
Yeah, you definitely that. Cool. I had to get that joint up off of there, bro. My box, just in case I want to play something. I didn't want that joint to hit. But, yeah, bro. That Ultra Instinct stuff is real, bro. People need to really be paying attention to it. Um, because your body actually reacts. Is Your body goes through stuff like that for a reason. Your body reacts for a reason, And if you don't know what these reasons are, you have to tap into them. You might sense somebody's presence and not know why you're sensing the presence, but until it might be too late.
Right.
Like that happened to me though. Like that happened to me before. Um, I was on the way in the house and I never checked my surroundings when I was on my way in. I was just mingling on the way in. So then what happened? What I did? Oh, I opened the door with one hand, swung the door with one hand, and then I went to walk in. And then when I went to walk in, something was like turn around. And as soon as I turned around to look, to see what like why my body was telling me turn around. Somebody was running down on me trying to actually grab me. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh,
Hmm.
like buddy tried to get me real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we get the fighting in the hallway. Yeah, I mean he ends up leaving, but he don't get nothing because yeah, I mean I fought him back. So he like this a failed mission. Yeah, I mean let me get up out of here. So
Right.
when that happened, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, how close? Like, where was it? I'm thinking now, like, where was he at? How did he even get that close? And you know what I'm saying? I start running
That's
through.
how I go down, bro. Most events, it's seconds. It's seconds to pull the gun. It's seconds to draw the knife. So that window of opportunity for you to react, and that's what you did. You reacted to the situation, and that prevented you from being robbed. In conjunction with you didn't have on those slides, you was able to wrestle or whatever you did to fight off the attacker.
Fact.
Your foundation was secure, and so you were successful in that effort. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's crazy because like old boy old boy went to when he went to grad me, right? So this I'm gonna give you a play by play. I'm gonna give you a play by play of what happened, chronological order. So my daughter at the time, I was gonna get water for her milk. So I said I pulled in. When I pulled in, I'm listening to the music. I just left, so I was only gone for about a good 10 minutes for real. So
Right,
as I'm pulling in, I do my normal thing. I pull in back in like a real driver does. They back in. Yeah, I mean, salutes to all my real drivers out there. So when I hop out, I grab the bags. At first, I had both the bags in one in both hands. But as I'm walking to the door, I, I'm like, nah, switch it to my left hand. Boom. I switch it to my left hand. I grab the door with my right hand and I swing it open. I don't hold it open with my hand. I swung it open so that I could step in, you know what I'm saying, and then grab both bags with my hands again. Well,
right,
like I said, soon as I reached for the door, something was telling me to look back. And once I swung, like I didn't swing the door all the way open, but once I opened it, yeah, I mean I went to look back over my shoulder and I see old boy running down on me, right, like reaching. So so the door closed on my body a little bit, like kind of closed on my body, so as though he had to open the door back up to get to me. So when he opened the door, I see him try to like raise something, like he was ready to raise something out in his hand or something. So I
right,
smacked his hand down, like, boy, go ahead. So he went to raise his hand back up again. I smacked whatever it was. I figured it was a gun, so I smacked it out of his hand. Boom! I hear it hit the ground and go into the bushes. So now he looking at me, and I'm like, yo, go ahead. Yeah, me like tell him to go ahead. So yo stole off on me. Boom! He hit me. So now I drop the bags and shit. Yeah, I mean, I grab them and I pull them inside because I'm not going back outside because I don't know who all out there. You already had to drop off me outside. It's too late.
right,
You know what I mean? So I grab him inside and he fighting to get me off. I'm like, nah, you coming inside. You know what I mean? I grabbed him inside. You know what I mean? As soon as the door closed, yo backed out and ran off. And I was like, dang, girl, like, why here? Like, you ain't want to fight, girl. You should have fought it
right,
out. You know what I
right.
mean?
Real talk.
Because once the door closed, I let him go and squared up. Yeah, I mean, because I'm like, yeah, we ready to fight now. He backed out the daggone joint and got up out of there.
But from the time you open that door to the time of that confrontation, that wasn't even 30 seconds.
That wasn't even 30, bruh. Wasn't even 30 seconds, bruh.
It wasn't even
What
30 seconds.
the parking spot and the door is not even that far. It's about 6 feet, 7 feet maybe.
So yeah, anybody that's versed in that is much needed because like I say, man, we in last place on
Mm,
everything. That's
nah.
why that video, I think the first thing he mentioned on the things that'll get you killed is being out of shape. I think that's the first thing he said.
To all my fast food McDonald's eaters and stuff, bro. We gotta get in shape, bro. We gotta get in shape. We gonna have to. I know the fast food tastes good with the grease and all that stuff, but we can't do it. We can't do it because that's that. We're gonna get to the video. We're gonna get to the video. I wanted to burn a little bit of time for a second and actually have a conversation first. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, we get to this video and y'all start seeing what we're actually talking about. Yeah, y'all gonna change your mind.
Bro, it's sad, as a black man, I come out the house and the majority of my peers, the men that look like me, uh, half of them ain't even got on shoes. Half of them ain't even got their clothes pulled up on them. So what you gonna do if something was to pop off, if a bomb went off, hypothetically, in the Walmart? Because it go down. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know why. I don't know why we in this bubble. Like it can't happen. Where we live or where we go. It's sad as a black man to go out the house and you see your people in socks and slides, meaning and your pants under your ass. I see that and I say, this young man, uh, shit, grown person, because it ain't all young people that do the shit. This individual is out in public, completely unaware of the world he's living in, obviously. Back in the day, they used to call them shits house shoes for a reason, because those are shoes you wore in the fucking house, not no shit you went out in public in. Uh, so you got people out here with the slides on. Your foundation is weak. You ain't even ready to. And I hate to be a broken record, but it's time for a broken record because obviously we don't get it. We don't get that. Hey man, this ain't fucking La La Land no more. Like, how the fuck you gonna get your kid and yourself out of harm's way? Fuck fighting. Just say you got to get out the way. How the fuck you gonna do that in an efficient manner with fucking slides and socks on and having to pull your goddamn pants up? You got your baby in one hand and your hands on your pants in the other. I done seen dudes with their pants so far goddamn under their ass, motherfuckers walking like a duck, bro.
Mm,
Like, how the fuck are you gonna defend yourself? Because again, whether you know it or not, it's some people over here that we don't know nothing about. See, all the people that's moving in your neighborhood of Spanish descent, all of them ain't from Mexico.
mm. Say that.
all, all of them ain't from Mexico. You don't know, and these people on a different type of time. They're on a different type of time. So for you to be walking out the house in 2023, and we just saw paratroopers come in Israel and commit one of the most horrific acts that we done seen. For you to be out here in slides, you're really doing a disservice to yourself and your family. It's time we need to put on shoes. Have you noticed that when you're out in public, most of the Spanish people you see, the men, what they got on? They got on fucking boots.
Still told.
They got on fucking boots. while you out here in fucking slides. Whether you know it or not, there are terrorist cells. The government, this is mainstream MSN, CNBC, this is mainstream shit. It's terrorist cells, sleeper cells out here. Israel did that same shit. That phone alarm that we just went through, where the alert went out to everybody's phone, they did that same shit. And a few days later, paratroopers hit the beach. So the time is out for being unaware. The time is out for pretending like the shit don't apply to us because we black, because this shit apply to us. Because if we here, we in America. We ain't in Africa. We in America. So that means every mall you go to, every store you go to, every school your child go to is a potential target because we don't know who is amongst us. So it's time out for the slides
Mhm.
because we are in a time where the grid could really go down. An EMP really could go off. We just had a balloon. I know black people don't keep up with shit like this, and it's sad that we don't. But we had a balloon that hovered over the nation for weeks. We
Mhm.
had a we had a military plane come up missing. The government couldn't find it. They had a 1-800 number asking the American people if they saw it to call in.
Mhm.
And we out here in slides and we thinking somebody finna help us and protect us.
You,
Us.
you know what's
We,
crazy about that balloon situation? And I covered that. I covered that topic. Um, that balloon situation before, and this goes back to what we was talking about before. Like they gonna give you the warning at the very end of the catastrophe when it's like already too late and it's already happened. Uh, that plane was flying. I mean, that balloon was flying around the U.S. for a minute before they even announced that it was a plane. Even I mean a balloon even flying around before they even before they even say we gonna send a fighter jet out there to shoot the balloon down and all that stuff. That joint was already out for like 3 or 4 days before they even said anything about it. So even even if it was China or whatever, look how far that balloon got before they even decided to shoot it down. Now just think if they send 100 of them, and 100 of those have bombs on them or some type of
or not even bombs. I just have an EMP.
yeah, or not only that. What if they have something to drop in the water? We want to drop it in the water, and it's going to contaminate their water. All they gotta do
So
is put it over some type of major stream or whatever.
right. So the time of us being unaware is over, man. The time for being out of shape is over. The time for not being connected to current events is over. This shit matters to you.
Mm,
Yeah, this shit matters to you, whether you know it or not.
so,
Like I say, it's just sad, man, that we out here, our people, we just out here in fucking la la land, bro. It's sickening. It's fucking sickening to see our men, the so-called the motherfucker that's always hollering about he a grown man. It's sad to see us out here without fucking. We so gone, we can't even dress properly, man. Like, are we that fucking gone?
mm-hmm,
Are we that arrested? Are we that arrested in our development to where we can't even pull our fucking pants up,
bruh. They
talking
got
about some respect,
they got
man? Say,
bullet they got bulletproof vests. They got bulletproof vests, designer bulletproof vests for fashion. But a motherfucker wouldn't even spend $200 and buy him a real bulletproof vest that'll actually save his life.
Exactly.
But let Dior drop a bulletproof vest. Boy, it's gonna be a lot of bulletproof vest people running around here with the Dior vest on that can't save their life.
Ain't
Or
that some?
no bullet if a bullet hit it. Probably wouldn't even stop a rock if a rock hit it.
So it's just, it's sad, bro. Um, because we literally are out here defenseless. When you don't have on shoes in public, you're defenseless. If
Mm-hmm.
somebody starts shooting, you defenseless. You can't even run. Because guess what? You coming up out them flip flops. And
Yep.
then once you come up out them flip flops, now you subject to glass, rocks, pebbles, anything.
The crazy part is the Crocs was invented for you not to wear shoes, bruh. They so bruh. They so comfortable that you'll forget that you have them on. Cause I did it earlier. I walked out the house, walked out the house, and I was ready to get in the car. And I was like, "Oh snap! Hold on, I ain't got no shoes on." Like, hold on, let me go put my shoes on real quick. Like, bruh, it'll happen, bruh. But you gotta have that mind frame to know, like, all right, hold up. Let me make sure I got my stuff on. Make sure my belt is tight enough that my pants and fall if I gotta run. Make sure my shoes is on tight. Not not tight that I'm smothering, but you know what I'm saying? That they tied so that they not falling off when I'm running, or they not flopping when I'm running. You know, like this little thing, bruh, that would save you.
It'll increase your odds of survival.
Word. Yeah,
That's what it's all. That's what it's all about. Because ain't no guarantees in life. Ain't no
yeah.
guarantees in life, and death is promised to all. So, with that being said, being situationally aware, having on footwear that you can at least run and or fight in, that's essential in a time that we living in.
Mhm.
I mean, people forget that in California they were following people home to see who had groceries and kicking the door in for food. This ain't ancient history. It happened this year.
You seen you seen you seen the show Twisted Metal? It's on Peacock.
No, no.
Man, bruh, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. And I'm telling you, because it goes perfect with what you just was talking about. All right, I'm gonna give you the scene. I'm gonna give you the scene. It's a police. It's a police dude, and before he turned bad, he was a square. You know what I mean? He was a nerd. Nobody gave him respect. None of that stuff. So he was coming home with some supplies, and this is when the town is basically going downhill. Everybody is looting. No pharmacies is open. Like you basically kind of like the pre-apocalypse, and and there's no zombies or nothing. It's just people just going crazy. Yeah, I mean, he comes home. The lady is pregnant, so she runs over there to him like, "Yeah, something, something. I need help, and this is going on, and this is going on." And then right when he like, "All right, cool, I'm gonna help you and stuff like that," it means she ups the pistol on him and robs him all the supplies and stuff. Yeah, man. And this is the pregnant woman. So
Right,
the husband come in there like, sorry man, we gotta do what we gotta do. And she the one barking the orders like, yeah, go get the stuff, check the cabinets, get that, you know. And then they knock yo out and then just leave with all their supplies. And I'm like, dang, bro, we was just talking about this. We literally was just talking about this. People gonna get supplies and hoard supplies, and people gonna be seeing that, watching that, and guess what? You're gonna be the first victim. especially when it come down to when mothers ain't got nothing and it's scavenge and they scavenging and scraping and ooh wee, ooh wee. It's gonna be tough. Y'all get
Man, when people leave the house today, they need to have in their mind that, hey, it's a chance. I may not make it back, but I'm gonna do everything I can to. You need to be walking closer to God, and you need to be ready to do whatever you have to do to defend yourself and your family and your property, because this is the time that we living in.
mm,
Again, the people in Germany, World War II, and Hitler, it has happened. We just saw it
yeah,
via
people
social media. It's happening. It's happening right now. If you Google the images of Gaza and Israel, bro, that's some horrific shit
bruh,
that's going on right
that
now.
is crazy out bruh. I had to get up off. I had to get up off because I kept
That's
seeing
that's some that's some that's
bruh,
some horrific shit going on, man. So, we, you know, Americans, because this is where we at, like
mhm.
it or not, this where the fuck we at. We need to be aware, and
Hey,
we need to be getting ready. We
hey,
need to be getting ready.
let me definitely touch on that because you made a valid point about the we in America. Yeah, yeah, we in America, bruh, and y'all worried about Jada, who Jada is sleeping with, how long she been married, when they broke up. Guess what? Do they care about your living? Do they care about where you gonna if your house is set on fire in this catastrophe? Do you think they gonna lend their hand out? Do they think they gonna let you come stay in their bunker because you think they ain't got no emergency bunker?
Man, say, do you
Like,
know in Houston,
come on now, like we are
bro,
too
man,
we are too busy worried about celebrities and celebrity gossip and what's going on with Lil Baby and Quality Control. Uh, what why they beat CJ up from Whoopi and he not even the blood and all this. Don't nobody care about none of that stuff, bruh. We need to be caring about this right here, surviving through for the next generation. Because guess what? If right now we can't get past this, our kids is not gonna make it. So
exactly.
y'all keep worrying about all the wrong stuff, bro. Y'all worried
If
about.
we don't,
Go ahead.
bro, if we don't give our children something different, they gonna curse us like we curse the old heads around us. We
Hey,
so quick to say nobody showed us shit. We quick to say that. Ain't nobody showed me shit. Ain't nobody taught me shit. Ain't nobody blah, blah, blah. Okay. So you gonna be guilty of doing the same shit. So your son can be looking upside your motherfucking head once he figure out, oh man, this nigga fucked over me. This motherfucker didn't even teach me a goddamn thing about nothing. He ain't even get nigga ready for nothing. Now I'm out here trying to come on, man.
mm,
Like real talk, because that's where we at. And that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Your children gonna curse you for not preparing them, for not telling the truth. While we up here worried about our children having the latest pair of Jordans, white folks got their kids in karate classes and kickboxing and boxing and all this other shit.
mm.
What are they getting ready for? Why are the elites buying bunkers?
Why are we not preparing? Why are we not
Exactly.
about?
Why? Why?
You see
No,
what?
like real talk.
Why?
No, like real talk. I'm not knocking. I'm people do what they want to do. It's your life. You live it how you want to. But understand, your life is here. And if something goes down here, you're gonna be affected.
No, just answer the question, bro. Like, why are we not prepared? You know what I'm saying? Because uh, I said we was talking about this. We talking about this last time. Mayweather sends all this stuff to Israel when right around the corner we got Michigan, who's ready to have salt water in their main water supply. And not only Michigan, it's going to be other states as well. So why are the people not putting their money to fix those pipelines? Why are they sending money to Israel? You see what I'm saying? Like, you think they really care about us, bro? Only people that's going to care about us when the time comes is us. And if we don't start prepping now and putting our pieces together now, well, guess what? We're not going to have no future in the long run. We're not.
And when you got white guys with good credit, like this dude here, I'm pretty sure your credit is good. You got, you living a good life. You got people like him sounding an alarm. When you got people like this sounding the alarm,
Whistleblowers. What you
when
know.
you got people like this, and it's so many videos on YouTube of this nature, when people are sounding the alarm, it's for a reason. We coming up on winter. It's about to be cold.
Mm-hmm.
And some kind of way or another, the grid sure gets shaky when it get cold.
When them pipelines start busting and you don't get no water to your crib,
You
what you
see what I'm saying? Especially if you live in an apartment complex,
mm-hmm.
them pipe busting, that's gonna happen. It happen damn near every year.
Every year.
So again, we coming up on winter, we coming up on shortages. So for black people to be out here doing the things that they doing, it's disgusting to see how unprepared, and it's scary, bro. It don't feel good when you walk out the house and you know that you probably 2 in 10 of your kind that's on any kind of shit that's about something. You about 2 in 10 out here.
Mm-hmm. If
Those are not good. Those are not good odds.
I already say if that,
If
because
that.
yeah, I already say if that because like now I might know 2 out of 10 people who actually prep. So that it's not far fetched, but it's slim. It's slim. It's very slim. Because the average person who looks like me and you is not worried about stocking cans, not worried about stocking water, is not worried about getting a portable shower, a portable tub, not worried about making sure they got hand crank radios, now making sure they got give me first aid kits, you know, like
Over the counter meds.
over the counter yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, a toothache gonna be a bad motherfucker when the grid go down.
Mm,
Toothache gonna bring tears out your eyes if you ain't got nothing in that motherfucker to medicate with.
mm. Matter of fact, didn't that old boy die in The Walking Dead from a toothache?
Yep.
Yeah, he had an affected tooth. It mean that he died from a toothache. So mind you, what hospital
So,
are you gonna go to when the grid is down and no more hospital is open? Who gonna
bro, with the
what general
grid, the
basic?
grid went down. The grid went down in Texas in 2021. EMS couldn't get to nobody. The roads was fucked off. It was iced over. So whatever you had in your house is what you had. And people died.
Mm,
People died in their homes. People died from carbon monoxide poisoning, from sitting in the car trying to stay warm. This shit is real. This shit is real, bro.
Yeah. Carbon dioxide don't have no smell. So you're not gonna feel no type of effects until it's too late.
You done set up dozed off. People sleep. You done set up here dozed off. It's heat in the car feel good. You done dozed off. Bam, carbon monoxide poured. You forgot to crack the goddamn garage. Again, being situationally aware. You forgot to crack the garage.
Just built up.
And yeah, so this is real, man. And again, we coming up on winter.
Hmm.
Shit always get hard and tight in the winter. And we got grown men out here talking about Halloween parties, decorating houses, buying costumes. Like it's sad, man. And it's scary because, like I say, it's over 6 million people over here in the border, in your neighborhood, in my neighborhood, in our cities, and we don't know nothing about these people.
They
We don't
barely
know where they come
use it.
from. We don't know where they come from. We don't know their intentions. We don't know who they working for. Are they working for somebody? What they belong to? We don't know anything. And our people out here in slides and pajamas and shit.
bad badass Dior shoes and shit.
That shit.
Red rubber boots.
That
Large
shit.
red rubber boots.
Looking like the clowns that we are to the world.
Hmm.
Only Ronald McDonald had on big red motherfucking shoes.
Hell yeah.
Bozo the Clown wore big red motherfucking shoes. These clowns. Look at these clowns.
Mhm.
Because that's the image that's projected. That's what they see on TikTok of you, your representation of you as a man, so called. You got on big red shoes.
Sad, bro. You
Looking like the fucking clown, looking like the clown that you are. You got on big red shoes and ain't got a week's worth of food in your fucking house.
like the young people say, make it make sense.
Real talk. Make that shit make sense.
Make it make sense. You got you got
You got a closet full of designer and don't know how to start a goddamn fire if you ain't got charcoal or a fire starter. You don't know how to start a fire.
Mhm.
Half of these motherfuckers ain't even got a goddamn can opener. Fuck talking about stocking a can. You ain't got a goddamn can opener.
nah, nah,
No, like real shit. Like real shit. This shit is fucking pathetic. The
nah,
way we look
but
and how unprepared we are. This shit is pathetic.
no, bruh. It that
What kind of man are you and you ain't provided provision enough for your family? If hell, all hell broke loose, you ain't got 30 days worth of food in your fucking house for your kids to eat. What kind of man are you? This shit is ridiculous, man. Like
Mhm.
it's time out for the bullshit, bro. It's time out for us worrying about fucking pedicures and nails painted and man purse. What the fuck is a man purse? I'm gonna keep banging on that shit.
Hell
That
no,
shit ain't right.
nah,
I'm
hell.
gonna keep banging on that shit.
What the heck is a man? And then
The fuck is a man purse? What the fuck is a
always say,
man bun?
I
Men
always
been wearing men been wearing ponytails since the beginning of time. Every
show
man ain't
me
had short
a guy,
hair.
show me a
So
guy who has a man purse, right? Show me a guy who has a man purse that actually has anything useful in it. Anything useful. I'm not talking about a cell phone. I'm not talking about a lighter. I'm talking about anything useful, as in a spare magazine, first aid kit, uh, a flint stick, some, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, show me something useful in that joint. Show me a person who actually carries that joint has something useful. You won't. A compass, a flashlight. Uh,
Anything,
I can. What else? So what else? Name something. You hear me?
bro. The
So, a knife, a pocket knife, or something. A Swiss Army knife. There we go. That's our vet. A Swiss Army knife. You know, something useful. These motherfuckers got man purses with lighters, Dutch Dutches, a bag, and probably a little bit of money in there. Oh, uh, 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 uh mm, probably some cigarettes. You know, cause niggas smoke cigarettes. Like, bruh, nothing,
shit sad, man.
nothing useful will ever come out of there.
It's sad, man, how unprepared
A
we are
hygiene kit. Yup,
at
that's
this point in the game, bro. Man, say
my mama used to. My mama, I remember back in the day, bro. Anytime I left the house or whatever, or we was going somewhere and we was gonna like travel or something, my mama always had a hygiene kit, bro. For when we was like in the bus stations and stuff like that, we can brush our teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like she always
right.
had a hygiene kit, bro. What happened to that? Guys walking around
Because
with persons with no hygiene kits in them.
we forgot that you never get a second chance to create a first impression. See, your mama, my mama, our grandmothers, they came up in a time where the impression that you gave in society meant something. If
Yeah,
you look at them old school pictures, that's why they had on suits and shit, because they wanted to give a good impression when people saw them that didn't know them. Because the impression a person get creates that allows them to create a certain opinion about you. So there was a time where black people didn't come out the house looking any kind of fucking way. And we got every excuse in the book that we justify the shit. But again, there was a time though where we took pride in how we looked when we came out the house.
it's real talk.
Now, now today we just come out the house any kind of way. And we wonder why motherfuckers following you around in the stove. Motherfuckers looking at you crazy in the stove. Look how
Mm,
you came out the house. Look how you presenting yourself to the world
right.
that you got to interact with. That's why the Arab don't respect you when he come in the stove. When you come in the stove, look at how you coming in the stove. So yeah, being unaware, being unprepared, not trying to get prepared. Man, say we are on the brink of some big, big things, man.
Mm-hmm.
Life ain't been the same for nobody since 2020.
Nah,
Life
life
ain't been the same
ain't
for nobody.
bro.
Life has not been the same for nobody
Since
since
nine,
2020.
no, since 9/11. Life ain't been the same since 9/11. Once that fake catastrophe happened with the planes and stuff, bro, everything got turned up a notch. I thought we was gonna have a, I thought we was gonna have a joint of World War III around that time, bro. But yeah, no, they swindled their way out of that one. I don't know how they did that. That was a whole scam.
Yeah, but yeah, we on the brink, man. We on the brink, and like I say, we not listening to information that's telling us about the upcoming shortages. Uh, as it relates to food. So like always, we're gonna get caught with our pants down and be fighting in the goddamn store because we was too lazy, too ignorant, too unconcerned, too apathetic to do something about it.
You
And at the end of the day, that ain't nobody's fault but our own. That's the whole thing in a nutshell. It's our fault. If a mass shooting happened and we done took our stupid ass out the house and slide, that's our fault. That's our fault. That's our fault. Period. Point blank. Because you got a choice to put on shoes. I know you own some.
Mhm.
You got a choice. So if you making that choice, then if something happened, then that's on you. You got to bear a certain level of responsibility for that. If you can't get away, if you fall and injure yourself trying to get away because you ain't got on the proper footwork. Like, why do we even have to have this discussion? Why? Because, like I said, we too concerned about shit that don't matter. That's it. That's all. And we live in a fantasy world. Even though our reality is a nightmare, we live in a fantasy world. Even though the homeless, everything bad is going up. The homeless statistics, the unemployed statistics, everything negative and bad is going up, and we just around this motherfucker like it's not happening. And that's sad and scary at the same time. That's not a good feeling, bro, to go out in public, like I say, and know that the people of your complexion ain't on this shit.
Right.
They worried about chasing a goddamn bag and not even and don't even know that the dollar is damn near out of here as a currency. But we still talking about a fucking bag chasing. We still talking about chasing the bag and the dollar is damn near out of here. But our people so disconnected. We don't know nothing about the national debt. We don't know nothing about the new tax brackets where they finna be tearing the regular people ass off the bone if you make a certain amount of money. See, but we're not having those kind of conversations. Like I say, man, that's sad. It's sad, bro.
Nah, for real though. Like, hold up. Yeah, the sad, like, because we're so far out the loop, bruh. Like, and it makes perfect sense for the people who did it, but for the people like the people that's going through it, they don't know why this is not making sense to them and stuff. And it's like, bro, because they put certain things in the play to blind us from the beginning. They stripped us of certain things. They made us act a certain way. And not only that, we're constantly falling for it, because we're so, like I said, we're so accepting. We want to be accepted. We want to accept people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm for the to the let them have their stuff and we build our own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna see how far that society lasts. If you go back to all the history that took place between melanated and Caucasian people, we was building. They always hated the fact that we was thriving, and they came and did something about it. They found a way to either take it over or push us out some type of way. You know, with the Black Wall Street, with the Black Wall
I
Street. You
I,
know what I'm
I
saying?
get, yeah, you right, you right. I get
They
that. But today we dealing with a people that don't even they're not even connected to their history. So that shit don't even apply. Bro, if we got reparations right now, we wouldn't build a motherfucking thing. That ain't even a discussion we need to even be having.
Right.
because the mindset that we have right now, we ain't ready to build a goddamn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like real talk, we ain't ready to build shit. So fuck some motherfucking reparation.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need that shit. We don't need that shit, nor do we deserve that shit because we don't respect the people who really laid down their lives and made sacrifices for that to even be a fucking discussion amongst us. We don't respect them people. So that ain't even a discussion we need to be having. We ain't ready to build a goddamn thing. If we got that money right now, we wouldn't do nothing but go buy useless dumb shit and get the money right back and then still be bitching about what they ain't doing.
But
So
there
nah,
you go.
nah,
Yeah,
nah, fuck that.
right.
Nah,
Uh,
fuck that. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that
yeah.
shit. That's some
Boss, yeah,
bullshit.
Boss ain't here to sugarcoat y'all ass. Man, y'all better
Yeah,
step
fuck
your
that shit.
game up.
Nah,
That's what
fuck
he
that
said.
shit. We don't fuck that shit. They ain't what we gonna do. We ain't in a position to build a goddamn thing. We don't even know how to change a tire around this motherfucker. What the fuck we finna build?
Mm, mm, say that.
What the fuck we finna build? We don't
Mm,
even know how to purify fucking water. We ain't even got nothing to purify water with. What the fuck we finna build? Don't know who amongst us know how to grow food. Who amongst
mm,
us know how to till the land? Who amongst
mm,
us is versed in agriculture?
mm. Man, you hitting on some key points, bro. You hitting on some key
Now,
points, bro.
now, now that now there are some, but that's minuscule compared to the motherfuckers who just finna give the money back. So still nothing ain't gonna be built. Shit. So nah, that's some bullshit. Fuck that shit. That ain't even a discussion we need to be having when we got men out here that can't even pull their fucking pants up. You gonna give reparations to this son of a bitch? Get the fuck out of here, my nigga. Like real talk.
And you
You gonna
know what's
tell
crazy?
me, you gonna tell me a man that ain't did nothing but wreak havoc, won't even take care of his own goddamn children, he deserve reparations? Bullshit. Bullshit. No, bullshit. Cause that motherfucker don't give a damn about now slave that died. He don't give a fuck about none of that history.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No, you know what's crazy. That was crazy on that though, because the fact that people they use that as an excuse, bro. Like they use that so often. Is come on, man. We fought. Why y'all don't want to vote, man? They fought for us to vote. Why you don't want to do, man? They fought. It came to a point. It's like, yo, a lot of y'all just want to hold on to that, as an excuse of not wanting to get better, not wanting to do nothing better. You know what I'm saying? This not the knowledge of learning how to purify water, grow food on the land. That's basic information to help you live. You know what I'm saying? Like this is helping you live. So the fact that a lot of people use that. I think that's the main reason why they're so stuck where they at, because they can't get past the slavery.
This the thing. Maybe you can't. Maybe you in a location where you can't grow food. Cool, but you somewhere where you can buy food.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Say
you
say that
definitely
they
somewhere
got
where you can buy
farmers.
food.
They got farmers markets. You right? They got farmers markets and stuff.
You know what I'm saying? So again, when you have white people sounding the alarm,
Yeah.
how much more should we be getting ourselves ready? Because you think we can depend on them? No, we ain't supposed to be depending on no motherfucking body because the information is out here. See, and we can't use that excuse that they didn't want to. They hid. Now ain't shit hidden now.
Nah, not when you got a
So
cell
so
phone
so
that got
so so
no
it's not the government responsibility. It's not white people responsibility. It's our motherfucking responsibility to prepare ourselves and our families. And if you don't get that, if you can't understand that, then you fucking retarded. Like real talk. If you a black person and you can't understand the need to get you some extra food and extra water, you're fucking retarded. You're a zombie out here. Real talk.
Mhm. That's that's what we was talking about on the last live as a zombie, as being a zombie. You don't want to wake the horde and all that stuff. Yeah, right now y'all are walking zombies, which means y'all just walking flesh sacks with nut, just waiting, just waiting to be put finally put out y'all misery. You know what I'm saying? Because what
Bro,
on the average,
it's like this, bro. It's like this. It's like this. If the lights went out right now, how many of our
that's
people got flashlights?
that's what I was ready to
It's
say.
something simple.
On an everyday basis, can you really sit there and mark off any survival thing in your house right now? Right now, if the lights went out, the water went off, you ain't have no more. All your food went bad in the refrigerator. Do you have anything to live off of? How long can you live off of what you got? And that'll determine how long you got left, basically. Because it's either that, or you're gonna go trying to pillage something. You know, by that time, people are already hip to what's going on, so you ain't gonna make it. But so far, so yeah, you just waiting to be put out your misery. You're a zombie.
Bro, if you don't have a flashlight, just something simple. Flashlight ain't $20, man. If you don't have something simple like a flashlight, some candles, uh, to know how to use a can of Crisco and turn that into a
I was
candle.
ready. I was ready to say, bruh, if you don't know how to make a torch, bruh, a torch ain't nothing. A torch ain't nothing but a stick, some soaking shirts, and some lighter fluid or some kerosene or whatever flammable, whatever's flammable on it. So if you can't figure do that, bruh, that you're not gonna survive. Because before flashlights, we walked around with lanterns, and before lanterns, there was torches.
Right. Because
So
the dark that we see in the city that's not dark.
there's nowhere near.
Most of us ain't had to move around for an extended period of time in a grid down situation at night. See, that's a different animal.
Mhm.
That's a whole different animal. So grid is down, you ain't got no food, you got children, you ain't got shit in your house. You can't even see in the house. You around this motherfucker using your phone for a fucking flashlight when the power down. How long that's gonna last?
That battery gonna run out quick.
How long that's gonna last? And then once that's gone, now you're in the total dark. Just imagine, now you're in complete darkness, and your kids and your significant other or whatever the case is, and you ain't got shit in your house.
Mm,
That's gonna be a bad motherfucking night.
that's gonna be
That's gonna that's
that's
gonna be a
gonna
that's gonna be a sleepless motherfucking night.
facts.
Cause you know what the conversation gonna be. What we gonna do? What
We
we gonna
gotta do
do?
we
What
gotta
we
do
gonna
something.
do?
We can't
Yeah,
we can't
we can't even get to we gotta do something because the what we gonna do is gonna be so profound.
mm,
See, you can't even get to we gotta do something till you understand what we gotta do. See, once that what we gotta do hit, that shit is gonna break the psychological back of motherfuckers
mm.
that ain't prepared. It's gonna break the back. No, like real talk. Them
Yeah.
people there are people on the face of this earth right now that have lost everything. We just saw Lahaina. We are seeing what's going on in the Middle East. This is not fake. This ain't a movie. Like this
Hmm.
is really happening. This is really happening. The
Right
people in
now, as we
Gaza, the people in Gaza do not have lights or water. It's completely dark on top of being bombed.
yeah, I
Like,
already say
come
don't
on
forget
now.
the being bomb part. These
So
dropping
so
bombs.
so so and we got 6 million people over here that we don't know nothing about. And you mean to tell me that the government is saying could be, might be, I think allegedly could be terrorist cells, sleeper cells. You mean to tell me that you not getting prepared for an event?
Hmm.
You
For the
still going to the mall. You still going to the mall. You
you
still
still
going
worried
to the
about
movies.
chick fucking,
You
huh?
you still doing that like this is not happening and like it can't happen.
And by the way, I keep bringing that up because Jada A been fire since a long time, bro. I'm sorry, she ain't been bad for a long time, so y'all need to knock it off, cut it out with y'all shenanigans. Yeah, I mean like she's that bad. No, she probably ain't been bad since the '90s. So cut it out. Yeah, I mean stop worrying about what's going on with Will and Jada and worry about what's going on in your household. You know what I'm saying? Is your household fortified? If if say you gotta stand in place shelter, yeah, I mean like you got a shelter in place. Is your house fortified that nobody else can get in there and get nothing out of there? Do you know any exit strategy? Do you have any exit strategy? Did you plan for any exit strategies, emergency exits? You know what I'm saying? Like
Do
case of
you have a
emergency,
fire
you got,
extinguisher?
do you have
They're
fire
not
extinguisher?
they're not
They don't
they're not expensive.
even
They're not expensive, bro. They're not expensive. They're not
they first
expensive.
they first have to have a fire escape plan. That's the first thing. If they don't have a fire escape plan, then just having the fire extinguisher ain't gonna work. They gotta have a plan. So you might have to use that fire extinguisher to get
To
to
get out.
get yeah to get out. If
Right.
you don't know how to use if you don't know how to use the fire extinguisher, do you know what the acronym for daggone the fire extinguisher is? You know what I'm saying? Like they got a whole acronym to tell you how to use the daggone fire extinguisher. Like so they gotta step the game up, bro. It's gotta step their game up because they so far behind, bro. It's gonna be, I'm telling you, it's gonna be
We all
if
behind. Shit, we we
yeah,
we we all behind. It's the fact of getting started right now, like yesterday, like last week. This shit need to be
yeah,
urgent. Motherfuckers need to be prayerful and they need to be vigilant when they out and about. Period. Point blank. You need to be praying, trying to get close to whatever it is you believe in, and you need to be vigilant when you out in public.
hmm
And you need to be talking to your children about what's going on in the world around them.
them phones, bro. Them phones, bro. Everybody glued to them phones, got their head down. Time to pick your head up and look up.
Man.
That's why the that's why you ever seen you ever seen somebody hold their phone? Do they ever hold their phone straight up in front of their face, or do they always bring their head down to their phone? That's the whole reason for that phone, to keep your head down. They want your eyes down so you don't see what's going on.
And
If you not
nothing is that important in a time where you got people pushing. You got time. You got people. We living in a time where mental illness is real. In New
Mhm.
York, you have a person who just pushed somebody in front of a oncoming subway train, and that person died. That
Mm,
person died. That person died, bro. So we living in
mm,
a time where being aware and not walking around with your head on your goddamn phone could mean life or death. You don't know who's sick around you.
mm-hmm,
You don't know who's sick around you. You know how many people are on pharmaceuticals, on psychotics that's
mm,
prescribed from a doctor? You know how many people on psych meds is what they call them. You know how many people walking around on psych meds and you glued to your phone with slides on and your pants pulled down? You
New
fucking
York,
joke.
New York's going to be one of the main places for a zombie attack, bro. Because look, old boy that got choked out on the subway, old boy that just stabbed the guy not too long ago, and then now you talking about somebody just pushed another person in front. That's the that's gonna be the first zombie land right there.
I'm just saying the time of not being aware is long past.
Yeah.
That's long past. Everybody should be head on a swivel, being aware, being alert, going to where you got to go, and getting back to where you trying to get to. The time for kicking it and hanging out, that shit is up.
Uh-huh.
That shit is up. And if you can't adapt to what's going on, then understand that that's your life you playing with and your loved ones.
Facts.
Just understand that. You know, if you think we tripping and you leave the house, just understand it. If you're not ready, if you're not preparing yourself, if you're not trying to put some water back, some food back, um, and things to protect those items with, if you're not trying to put that back, then understand it. When worse come to worse, when it come to your doorstep, it's your
Mm-hmm.
fault. It's your fault. It's your fault because
Right.
the information is out here. This guy, the video that you got up, it's information out here. And people in the know, that's what they talking about. That's all they talking about. They not talking about Taylor Swift. They talking about
Right.
water, food, and shortages. They're not talking about Taylor Swift. They're not talking about nobody, no white person that's trending in the fucking media. They talking about getting ready, being aware, being alert, being prepared.
Their kids, they're not this guy. I want you to get this understood. Not this guy, but his kids. If he has kids, his kids is learning how to tie snares, how to tie knots and stuff that's gonna be useful for like Brian said, for climbing, for pulling, for holding stuff together. Make a knot and make it stronger than a chain. You see what I'm saying? So this guy kids is learning all that. They're learning how to shave wood into fine trimmings to make kindling to spark it. You know what I mean, to make a fire. You see what I'm saying? How many y'all can break a lighter down and get some flame out that joint? You see what I'm saying? Like a lighter that's not working actually make it work for you. Can you do that?
Hmm.
Like that's the stuff that we're talking about, like being able to survive. Like you don't need a book of matches to start a fire. You got to know how to start a fire. That's it. I can start a fire with my glasses.
Hmm.
Put it put the joint at the right angle. Give me a little piece of paper, some type of kindling, something that's gonna hold the flame. Put some wood up on there, you know what I mean, get that flame going, cover it enough, just enough, and blow on it just enough. You know what I mean, that the flame kick up. I can do that with my glasses.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So You don't necessarily. It's just knowing how to survive. Thinking, using your brain. That's what you got a brain for. Use it. I grew up on MacGyver time, so he was the master of making some stuff out of nothing. See what I'm saying? So I grew. That's the time I grew up on. Yeah, I mean, I was a kid, but I still, you know what I'm saying. I grew up on that, watching that stuff, bro. So shoot, can you make a rod? Can you make a rod with just a branch and some string? Simple stuff, bro. And I was telling my wife I need to invest in like a couple of rolls of the cord, like the paracord. I need to invest in a couple of rolls of them.
Because again, man, if say for instance shit went down and your window get broke out, you're gonna have to know how to fix that shit or
Hmm.
board it up one if
Word.
you don't have nowhere to go, you know what I'm saying? And most of us ain't got nowhere to go. If shit popped off, we finna be wherever the fuck we at as far as
Mhm.
living conditions. So, again, this is not no far fetched shit because like I said, the grid did go down in Texas in the wintertime and people died because they froze to death, hypothermia. They died from the effects of hypothermia in their house. Because again, in the wintertime, the inside a lot of time be colder than the outside when there's no heat on.